We are currently building artificial brains capable of crunching trillions of calculations a second to train the AI models of the future. Processing the data is merely the first step. For those calculations to be useful, they have to physically leave the chip to be shared across the wider network. For decades, we've relied on electricity moving through copper wiring to carry those signals. Data centers are packed tight with miles of these dense cables. AI workloads are now pumping a crushing load of data through those wires. Copper has hit a physical wall. Over even short distances, pushing this much data generates massive, processor-melting amounts of heat. The infrastructure literally cannot move the information fast enough without melting. The processors end up sitting idle, stuttering and starving for data they can't physically transmit. The ultimate artificial brain is useless if its nervous system burns down trying to move the thoughts. The engineering fix is to replace those sluggish electrons moving through hot copper with something much faster and much cooler, pure photons of light. To understand why this is so difficult, we need to look down at the atomic grid of the silicon GPU itself. Inside this diamond cubic structure, an electron is trying to cross a dark energy canyon to emit light. Silicon has what physicists call an indirect bandgap. This means that for an electron to make the jump and release a photon, the entire crystal structure has to violently vibrate. Most of the time, the electron fails to cross the gap and just releases a heavy wave of pure heat instead. This is an EK energy diagram plotting energy against momentum in a crystal. You can see the minimum of the conduction band and maximum of the valence band do not line up. The electron physically cannot transition without extra momentum from structural vibration. While silicon is an excellent material for calculating logic, it is entirely dark. It physically cannot generate the lasers required to blast data across an AI factory. Solving this requires a completely different material. Out of the lab comes a pristine, asymmetric zinc blende crystal, indium phosphide. Indium phosphide possesses a direct bandgap. The electron drops straight down the gap, cleanly releasing a near-infrared laser without lattice vibration. Once in motion, electrons achieve velocity overshoot, momentarily warping past theoretical speed limits to reach incredibly high saturation velocities. This chart plots the electron mobility of various semiconductors against their bandgap. Down here is silicon, but if you look much higher up the y-axis, you'll find indium phosphide, demonstrating nearly 4 times the electron mobility of standard silicon. For years, engineers have tried to cheat the system using hybrid integration, awkwardly gluing a separate indium phosphide laser onto a dark silicon chip. It is a fragile process. The seams are messy, and precious light bleeds out into the void. The actual solution lies in a manufacturing technique called monolithic integration. Instead of piecing mismatched parts together, the laser, the modulator that encodes the data, and the detector are all carved from a single unbroken crystal. There are no seams, meaning virtually zero light is wasted. By combining extreme electron mobility with seamless optical channels, monolithic indium phosphide provides the exact physical architecture needed to keep pace with the AI brain without generating crippling heat. This schematic shows the layout of an IR Labs optical switch. Notice the 64 supernova light sources densely packed into the server chassis. That is indium phosphide actively moving data from rack to rack. Hardware giants like Nvidia are pouring billions of dollars into these optical interconnects to clear the data traffic jam inside their massive computing clusters. Sitting directly inside this supply chain is European tech firm SIVE Semiconductors. They are actively architecting this laser layer, working alongside manufacturing partners like Poet Technologies and Jabil to scale production up to the staggering volumes these data centers demand. Outside the data center, indium phosphide provides the high-speed vision for autonomous vehicles. Traditional autonomous vehicle LiDAR uses silicone-based lasers that can damage the human retina. Indium phosphide enables 1550 nanometer lasers. Because this specific wavelength is safely absorbed by the front of the eye, cars can blast vastly more powerful beams to navigate dense rain and fog without blinding pedestrians. In the military and aerospace sectors, this same high-frequency capability is powering next-generation satellite terminals, dynamically steering data beams to and from low Earth orbit. The physical properties of copper and silicon can no longer support these requirements. By replacing electrical resistance with optical speed, firms building indium phosphide hardware are establishing the physical foundation for the next stage of computing.